Hi guys. I'm live in front of my front porch. I know one of my friend the postman says not to keep saying I'm live. You guys know I'm live. I'm trying not to say that every time, but it just makes me feel like I'm in a routine or something, and I kind of like saying I'm live. I know you guys know I'm live, but I kind of like saying it. So I'm live. Believe it or not, I am. I just want to say a couple things. I think first a few things. First of all, I'm excited about the views I have. Um, I have 4.903,000 views. So I have 4.903 uh, million views on my channel. So I need 97,000 more to make 5 million. And I rarely talk about this kind of thing on my channel, like stat keeping, and subscribe to me and be a member and help me get 10K. I've never done that hardly, but in this one case, I want to do it. I'd like to get 5 million views by the end of the summer. So I'm just putting that out there now. I've never done this kind of thing. To me, it's tacky. It's like self-promotion is like, what you mean? You mean I'm not good enough for you to like me? I have to tell you to like me. I think that's stupid, really. But for this one case, I want to put it out there. I'd like to get 5 million views on my channel by the end of the summer. I need 97,000 more. If I get 1,000 a day, that would take about 3 months plus or so, give or take. If I get 3,000 a day, it'll take me like a month, give or take. Either way, I'd like to get it in the summer. So help me out with that if you guys want to or can or will. And a few other things. I've made some breakthroughs in my musical theory lately, and that really informs my playing. I mean, like it or not, music is analytical. Music can be analyzed mathematically, scientifically, the whole deal. It's all the same. Who draws the line between art and science and says this is art, this is science? Well, who are you? And how do you know you're right? And what's the difference? It's like time, space. Well, it's a continuum. It's like, when does time stop and space start? When does time start and space stop? Art and science are just modes of thinking, and they affect each other, and they're interrelated, and they may not even be that much different. They may just be different parts of a single spectrum. And as my theory increases and improves and upgrades, it informs my playing. And I just did some classical stuff that's been brimming under my hat on my head, whatever you call it, for like a long time. But I never got the theory together, so I could never pull it off with conviction. And now that I've got my theory mainly more together, I can do it. And I did Amy Malmsteen, Black Star, and Far Beyond the Sun, which are okay. More of a copy thing there. But you have to start somewhere. You have to copy something, or what are you? Well, how do you know what you're doing is legitimate? But then I went back to the drawing board and learned even more of the chords and the progressions and the theory, and studied it for like another hour or two this morning. Really, I was in just learning the whole gist and parts to Far Beyond the Sun this morning. And okay, I think I kind of get this. And I just went live and did my own version of it, just my own jam that had a lot of classical influence. And that's what the people did that made rock and roll. They didn't just sit there and learn something someone else did, or there would have been someone before them. Eddie Van Halen didn't have an Eddie Van Halen to copy. He was Eddie Van Halen. And I'm not saying I'm them, but I'm trying to do what they did, meaning they made their own sound. They made their own music. They did something different beyond what was before them. They took it someplace past where they found it, like Willie Brown says to Eugene Martone in Crossroads. Take it past where you found it, because that's what we did. That's what I'm trying to do. And you can't do that if you're just copying or don't know what you're doing. So I made that jam to just a start to getting my stuff together. I do like classical music. I just never understood it enough to play it right. And if I can't play it right, then what can I do with it? But since I'm understanding blues, it's transferring to classical, and I'm starting to understand the whole thing, so I can get my own sound together maybe someday or somehow. So anyway, I think that's a good thing. I'm excited about it. And then another thing, since I'm talking about excitement, my sister Cindy Lynn Wiseman is evil. I mean, I'm wicked, but she's evil. I mean, I may be Mr. Gold and Once Upon a Time, but she's the evil queen. She has no scruples about her. I never liked her. She's a lesbian, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with being a lesbian. I just don't like her. And now she's trying to say stuff about me, I think. I don't know what. It's not my business. You guys probably know more about it than I do. But while I'm on that topic, yeah, at Harvey Mudd College, I was under great stress, and nobody was sure what happened to me. I mean, it wasn't. I said before it was like depression, but it was more mysterious than that. I had moments where I was in complete ecstasy. It had mania involved. It wasn't just depression. I don't want to live. It was like I'm all over the place. It was like some mania was involved too. I could walk all night and then just stop and say, "Dad, I can't go anymore. Can you please pick me up on such and such Elm Street?" I would do that, and then I would do it again the next night. I would just do that night after night after night until he said, "What's wrong with this kid?" and shipped me off to my grandma's, and whatever happens. Um, I would have energy followed by collapse, energy followed by collapse, and plus I wasn't everything I was saying wasn't very coherent. It wasn't like I was making much sense. I mean, who gets up at 10 o'clock at night, walks till 2 in the morning, and then asks your dad, then just collapses on the sidewalk and asks their dad to come pick them up because they can't even move a muscle, and then do that every night for a couple of weeks. It was like a madness period. My sister's going to blow this up and say all kinds of stuff about it, and whatever. I'm saying it too. Yeah, you're right, Cindy. What Do your thing, whatever. Does that make you better? Does it make you feel good? Collaborating with Andy probably, and probably Pudge. Who knows? Whatever. Um, if I could divorce you as my sister Cindy, I would. I just can't because it's a legal thing. It's not a blood thing anyway. I'm already not your blood brother, but anything I could do legally, I would sign to not even be your legal sister. I mean, not even be your legal brother. It would be fine with me. Where do I sign? I don't care. Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, I was like a space case, and I spent a lot of the '90s like couch surfing and car surfing, and staying at people's houses and in their carts a lot of the time because they, and just really a bum. I was a bum in the whole '90s, and I didn't get my shit together till starting in the 2000s when I met my wife Dallas, and she helped me get back together. Yeah, Dallas, my wife, helped me get my crap together, and that's why I am where I am right now. I wouldn't be if I thought my wife Dallas. Yeah, I don't have, I'm platonic with her. I've had 4 girlfriends on her, and we're not in that kind of thing, but we keep the house together. And if weren't for her, all I would have is Cindy and her ilk, and you guys know what that means. Dal got me out of that. Dal helped me get my shit together, and now I'm a homeowner sitting on my front porch in 2025. I have like 100, I have less than $150,000 to own this house and the land outright. I think it's more like 140, 141 maybe that I owe. Maybe it's 148. I'm not sure. 100,000 I owe. If you loan me 150 grand, I'd pay the bill off and I'd own the house and land for the rest of my life. And it's less than 150. I think it's like 141 now or something. I can't remember the exact figure. 147, whatever. I wouldn't have that without Dallas. Yeah, I know my dad's great. My dad helped me, and I'm here because of him too. It took both of our resources to get this house. I didn't. I'm not a derelict here. I pay the mortgage. I pay the homeowners association every single month. Well, not every month. It's every 3 months. I pay the mortgage every month and the homeowners association every 3 months because that's the easiest way to do it quarterly. That way they don't. That way you don't have to pay it all in one lump sum. That's all paid by me. And she does the gas, electric, internet, and we both help for food. Did I say that? Gas, internet, water. She does gas, internet, water, and electrical. I don't know. Yeah, that's gas, water, electrical, and internet. So she does all that. She keeps the house physically to get running while I pay the mortgage and the homeowners, and we put our money together to get food and whatever shoes and stuff I need and she needs. And I shop. I do almost all the shopping unless it's like water or something I can't carry 10 crates of water, so we have to get somebody to take it in a car. But I basically do almost all the shopping by foot. I just walk to the store, carry it home. You guys have seen me. If you haven't, I still do it, whether you see me or not. But if you have, I do. And I do the shopping, and so I'm excited about my music, but don't forget that can actually be like a good thing because I'm excited, but yet it can also, for me, I have to be careful with excitement itself because I know how I was. That you could almost call what happened to me after Harvey Mudd a form of excitement, but it was like it had a mixture of what, and we don't want too much of that, right? I mean, it's good to be excited, but just try to relax, calm, keep myself calm, take deep breaths, low stress, that whole thing. But since I was excited anyway about my music, I've always loved classical music. I've always wanted to do it. I just couldn't do it with conviction because I didn't understand it. I can't do something by rote, just physically play the notes like kids do. They're 14 years old and they can play Far Beyond the Sun and all that, and they just don't even know what they're doing. They're just moving their hands. I can't do that. I have to know what I'm doing musically, make it my own, improvise it if I have to, improvise it if I can, if I want to. I know what I'm doing and play my song and do it my way and do it with what I know to make my thing. That's what Eddie Van Halen did, not some 14-year-old kid with a guitar coming out of the womb. So that's why I don't want to hear it. When the woman tells me, hey, that's all the 16-year-old kid, I go, I don't want to hear it. I'm done. First of all, he's my competition. First of all, to be honest. Second of all, he's not going to be young very much longer. He's going to be 21 and no one's going to care. And second of all, he's just a kid. I'm not interested in circus acts. I'm interested in hard music and reaching it on the energy level. That's what I love. And I don't think I know a 16-year-old kid can't do that with my music, with art, because they weren't here when the rock and roll happened. They're not old enough to get the music, and they a billion to one, they don't really know how to improvise. They're just playing what their fingers have been taught to do, or what someone taught their fingers to do, or what they looked up under tabs of what to do with their fingers. And I'm not interested in it. Someone's pulling up. It's not quite my yard. I'm just checking this. Sorry, guys. Oh, fuck them. Anyway, so I just wanted to say some of this stuff. Hope I get 5 million views by the end of the summer. Sooner would even be better, but I'm making it reasonable. I don't want to be like, I want 1 billion views by yesterday. I like 5 million views on my channel by the end of the summer. Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.